put my finger on it, but something about us is a little more mysterious than usual.
What could it possibly be? Happy Mardi Gras. Oh, yeah, the Burgundy is strong with us this evening.
Oh, yeah, the Burgundy boys are out in force tonight. How you doing, Red Team? How was dinner? How was your day at sea? There, yep, okay. The id of the Red Team is still here. That's good to know. How many of you, by noise, were... yeah, that one's working. I can hear you tapping on the mic. How many of you went to one or more Shadow Cruise events today? How many of you ran a Shadow Cruise event today? All right, let's hear it for you guys. Shadow Cruise is awesome. You up and running? Am I? Yes, you are. Hello, Red Team. Yes, we've covered that.
Well, I didn't. How many of you made a new friend today, or at least talked to someone?
New friends. The Red Team is always, every year, God love you, kind of like Animal the Muppet. You just sort of... This is perfect because now, like, when I need to describe the Red Team to anyone, I will just say they kind of tend to repeat the last two syllables of any sentence that ends. Oh my God. All right, no, it's going to be a long-ass show if you keep doing that shit. Can you do something about them?
Karen, speak to them.
That's what a good leader does.
The cruise is strong with them.
Well, enough of this this call and response shit, because it is time for our morning announcements. Good morning, students. Good morning. Okay, so first things first. No, wait a minute. So you know what? First things first, talk about how we are human for a second, because I need to set something on the computer.
Our humanity is unsurpassed.
Okay, it's set on the computer.
We're certainly humans and not robots who only make cruises. The lists are full of flaws because of our human hands and human mind.
Okay, thank you for dwelling on our fallibility. Now hold on. We do a lot of menu customization, and as a result, we get a whole lot of proofs that we have to look over before the ship will print them. Occasionally, something slips by. Go ahead, and getting caught in the rain. You're probably saying, oh, pedants of Red Team, you don't have to capitalize the G to a hyphenated word like that. That is in of itself an error, but not the error we speak of. If you look a little closer, the large hadron colada has one minor misspelling, and it's not colada.
Or large.
To be clear, this is not Holland America's fault in any way, shape, or form.
No, it's fair enough. Given the nature of JoCo Cruise, you would have read what we sent in as the error.
Yeah, they didn't look twice at this and think, did they screw this up? They know us too well. We considered not changing it, but our better angels prevailed. Well, wait a minute. We know it will always be the large we know it will always be the large hard-on colada in your hearts, no matter what the menu says. So please hide our shame, please, Jay. I don't want to see this anymore. You can go back to a blank screen, or half a screen. There we go. So speaking of the fallibility of the management of JoCo Cruise, turns out Jonathan didn't actually have COVID. So he was not feeling great, and it had been a long time since he had taken one of these tests, and he forgot that the little C on the test strip does not mean COVID, it means control.
It doesn't mean C for Colton has COVID. That's
Yes.
what he thought.
C's not for COVID, that's good enough for
We
me.
got a real Muppet thing going now, yeah, always. So he went to medical, he told them he tested positive, and they checked out his symptoms, and he was exhibiting various illness symptoms. Oh, we gotta... So now he can look at it and he'll know what it looks like next time. I won't make this mistake. But anyway, medical quarantined him. He definitely had something. But then last evening, I get a text from Jonathan, and he says, "Hey, funny story." And he actually wanted me to say this on his behalf in these exact words. On my behalf, or in my defense, I was feverish and all the instructions were in Spanish. All of which is to say that Jonathan has been cleared by medical. He has been continuing to isolate for today just to make sure he's clear of symptoms and such, but we should have a fully functional Jonathan very soon, tomorrow, hopefully at the earliest. So that being said, in the interest of caution, please welcome to the stage, in the role of Jonathan Colton, will be portrayed this evening by River Butcher.
It's me, Jonathan Colton, the owner of this cruise.
Hello, Jonathan Colton.
What's up, best friend?
It is so good to see you, best friend of ours in the world.
You're looking remarkably healthy.
Thank you. I'm feeling very healthy, as I do not have COVID. I also don't speak Spanish. No hablo español.
It is of note, though,
Yes.
that you look healthy, but also it seems like you spent your time in isolation better trimming and maintaining your beard.
That's right.
You look far less scraggly than you did when you boarded.
Far less scraggly. I've been de-scraggling myself for the past 3 days.
And have you been moisturizing? Because you look younger.
Yes. Deeply moisturizing. Take about 10 years off my life.
The actual Jonathan, by the way, does greatly...
Actual Jonathan.
Well, sorry.
What are you talking about?
Well, just the Jonathan who I saw, who is you, who I saw earlier this afternoon, did send his apologies. He feels very terrible that he had to spend the last several days in his room getting room service and napping and watching movies. But he makes that sacrifice for you. By the way, he does highly recommend Cocaine Bear. I didn't mean to speak for you so much, Jonathan,
It's
but
okay.
you might have forgotten.
You can Jonathan-splain me anytime.
All right, let us continue with our announcements. Today's theme is Captain Day. Let's hear it for all our awesome captains out there. We are, of course, here at the main concert. Some other fun stuff happening this evening, and also some hard choices you may have to make. At 9:30 here in this room, it's going to be 43 minutes with 2 Johns and a Jonathan. That John Linnell and John Flansburgh, and at that event, the role of Jonathan Colton shall be portrayed by Paul F. Tompkins. That's at 9:30 in here, but also at 9:30 in the Rolling Stone Lounge is Daphne Always. So you really can't go wrong either way. But also, on top of that, at 10 p.m. in the Billboard on Board, Rob Kovacs, the keyboardist for Megaran, who you saw last night, is doing a video game music request session at the piano at the Billboard on Board. And then at 11 p.m. here in this room, we're going to have some live improv, late night improv. And that's going to be awesome. Why did I put my phone away? I have so much other shit to talk about. This is a fun one that I'm sure you will not boo. At 2 a.m. late this evening, we have to move our clocks forward.
Forward. Now they like it.
They had stopped doing it, and you just made them start again. Please don't forget that. We are sorry about the rotation of the Earth and all that. We'll see what we can do about it. Also today, as had been mentioned last night, onboard booking for JoCo Cruise 2026 has begun. I believe your onboard booking forms have been delivered to your rooms.
Yes, indeed. And as you can see here, the lovely Jeannie from Onboard Booking is parading down the aisle with none other than the most beloved Booking Monster, ready to eat your onboard booking forms.
Continuing the Muppet theme.
So you can always book JoCo Cruise 2026 online, but if you're not online, you can use the paper form and return your form to Bookie Monster, who will be living in the atrium other than right after this show.
That is correct.
So you can take care of that. Tomorrow, we get into San Juan, Puerto Rico! And so that'll be very cool, and what is maybe most salient, at least according to what I have written on my phone here, is tomorrow at 5 p.m. and 7:30, They Might Be Giants are going to be right here on this That show is going to be set up as sort of a stand-up rock show. All of these folding chairs are going to be removed, and they're going to encourage as many people as want to and can to gather towards the front, like a real rock show. We mentioned that because, to be clear, the accessible seating for that show is going to be on decks 2 and 3. So please, if you do not require that accessible seating in those areas, please do not take it so the people who do require it will be able to make use of it. Thank you for that. Those shows are going to rule. And also, speaking of ruling, 10 p.m. tomorrow night is the Pink Pony Party by Drew.
Yeah, I've been having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee, and I don't know about the rest of y'all, but we cannot wait to welcome you on the back deck for the Pink Pony Party.
Will there be back deck juice available?
Well, not just back deck juice, Storm. It's funny you should ask. But,
Just a random thought.
But Drew's Back Deck Juice 2.0 is now available. That's right, I had a chat with the Wang Wang Pope, and he told me that my back deck juice lost last year because it sucked and wasn't good. And then he told me that 4 more times because he'd had quite a lot of Wang Wangs. And I thought to myself, this is a time to put what I've learned about feedback into practice. And so we went to the drawing boards. There was just one drawing board. And we drank a lot of different back deck juices. And we've come up with a back deck juice that's sure to delight you. So, it's already been rolled out on the Seaview app.
It's out of beta.
It's releasing on time, Paul. So yeah, try it out.
Jonathan Colton, that was of course a reference to one of your songs that you know very, very well.
One of my songs, of course. That I know very, very well.
You all know the name, so Jonathan doesn't even need to say it.
I don't even need to say it. That's right. That's right. It's my song, Stranger.
The Stranger, yes.
So funny, Jonathan.
Thank you.
And that concludes our morning announcements. Thank you very much, Red Team. Are you ready for our first performer? He's back on JoCo Cruise after far too long of a time. He is a cast member from the old school Mystery Science Theater 3000. One of the founders of the ongoing Riff Tracks, which is equally awesome. And I said it last night, but I will repeat it, one of my true comedy heroes. It is such a pleasure to stand on the same stage as him. Will you please welcome Bill Corbett.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Storm. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, extremely real Jonathan Colton. Why is this on my stand? All right. I feel I have to work this into my act now. Okay. Oh, sorry. How are you doing, my boat friends? That's a woo for the ages, I tell you what. I'm having a great time on the cruise so far. As Paul mentioned, we were on the first cruise. Yeah, who else was there? Smaller woo, small but hearty woo. Yeah, it was only like 12 passengers back then. It was weird. They were getting started, and so each of the 12 passengers had like 3 performers personally assigned to them. So you would kind of walk around with that person and try to entertain them. We didn't have stage space. And, you know, it got a little invasive, I think, of the passengers. Because we were trying hard to entertain, but they were walking around, you know, be like, do you want to hear a joke? Want to hear a joke? You know, you want to hear another song? It's about Star Trek. And, you know, they were good sports, but after a while, it was just like, I just want to go to the pool. Or I just want to have dinner. But I'm really happy to be back. And I feel like now that this is a gigantic production, like you have the whole boat, it's astounding to see. I feel like doing comedy here is like making it. I feel like I made it, finally. Since the Jonathan Colton Cruise is widely known in the business as the Carnegie Hall of the Sea. When you're making it, you're here. I don't actually do stand-up comedy much. In fact, I've managed to sort of skirt around a life in comedy without doing a lot of stage time. So, but I do a lot of stuff like it. And one of the things that I have never either suffered from or been blessed with is stage fright. I don't have it. And it's weird. It makes me feel like there might be something wrong with me. You know, there's some combination of narcissism or sociopath going on here. Like something unsavory in the DSM-5. And the symptoms of that would basically be me thinking, this is the natural way of things. You looking at me and listening at me up here holding forth. This is how we all want it. I like it, you like it. Let's just accept life as it meant to be. All that being said, I am going to read a little bit of tonight's thing, so it'll be a little more like, you know, David Sedaris, only a little taller and a little dumber maybe, and a lot less wealthy. So anyway, I will have notes. One consequence of the attitude of I am the natural thing to look and hear is knowing kind of who I am. That is sort of the default mode of white guys my age at this point, which is the worst kept secret in the world at this point. It's like everybody in my general demographic thinks that they should always be heard and seen. And I'm glad that the JoCo Cruise has counter-programmed the shit out of that. I commend them. And also included me as a rare exception. But with the white guy feeling of that we should be, especially like, 40, 50 and up, the feeling that we should always be heard is underneath all that bombast there's a deep sub-basement foundation of shame, just rotting everything like black mold. Shame, and for me specifically over the years, Irish Catholic shame. Yeah! That's the shit! It really is, if you like having shame. That is quality, top-notch shame. If there were Yelp reviews for shame, Irish Catholic shame would get 5 out of 5 every time. Great shame, the best in town. I felt like shit about myself the whole time. It was so powerful, I had to drink heavily and puff myself up by acting like a huge asshole to everyone else. Good job, Irish Catholic shame. 5 out of 5 stars. The Irish, of course, are a angry, proud, angry people who got kicked around by the British. The British, the fussy... The Queen's dead, you'll take comfort in knowing. And that guy the king ain't gonna last long. The fussy, tea-obsessed, bad teeth, and scurvy guys. We got conquered by them. And then to make it worse, Irish Catholics we had some fancy boys in Rome convince us to join their church, where you pay them to tell you over and over again that sex is bad, your genitals are horrible things that any decent person wouldn't have, and that God generally thinks you suck. I'd say Irish Catholics have plenty to be ashamed of for buying that at least. But anyway, let's get out of my psychotic family background, into something lighter. Quick survey here. Who here is a dog person? People like, what? Dogs? No, but I meant to ask a more specific question. When I said dog people, what I meant is, how many of you here are canine-human hybrids? How many?
I guess me.
Thank you. I'm glad you got off the island of Dr. Moreau eventually. Thank you for your contribution to science. I know it caused a great deal of agony for a while, but you seem to be doing great. You're on this cruise, you're howling at the stage. I love it. We have had dogs for a long time, and I could not be happier about it. They are sweet and simple, and they live the dream we all aspire to, which is to sleep all fucking day. And poop wherever and whenever we want. That's at least personally something I aspire to. You too? Good. I think, don't you guys think they have real emotional intelligence, right? Like, you can look in their eyes, they're really trying to interact, and they have a certain amount of empathy. So I get really caught up in that, and then I start going further and thinking, no, they have actual intelligence. They can reason. They can do math, I'll bet. And then they will eat the dental floss from the garbage. And so I'm a little disabused of that. And you know, dental floss and garbage, if they eat dental floss, you can kind of imagine the result on the other end. It's just like, oh God, oh please, don't let there be more. You're picturing it, aren't you? That's what I wanted. I'm not very nice. Most of my conversations with our dogs focus on the matter of them being good or not. As it turns out, most of the time, they are good. Except for the occasional dental floss eating incident. When they are not good, but as you may have guessed, bad. Bad dog. But honestly, they're doing great. I mean, it's like 97% good. Good dogs. So if they could talk, I think what they would say to me, since we are emotionally bonded, is, Why must you constantly evaluate me? It doesn't feel like love. Constantly getting rated good or bad. No, that is not love at all. Or maybe it's more like, "Ro, that is rot, Robert, raw." To which I would reply to them, because I love them, bad. Bad dog gaining the power of human speech to question our power dynamic. Stop that. Or no rawhide chew for you. Treats, of course, do reinforce the dog's good behavior. We had a dog trainer who said, dogs are very food motivated. And all I could do is think, well, Jesus, so am I. I like when someone throws me a treat. Bacon wrapped scallop? Yeah. Food might be the most motivating thing for me, sad to say. Might have been sex at one point in my life. It's increasingly sleep, too. But food, it's hung in there all the years. Thank you, food. Food! Let's hear it for food. Oh, God, what have I done? How about a specific food? How about asparagus? Go! Aha! I thought that would be syllabically challenging for you. And plus, a lot of you probably don't like it. I personally like the P after effect, but again, P effect. So, I have heard people saying that we get a little bit too into our dogs and cats, treating them like members of the family instead of pets, with some people even calling them fur babies. I don't have a problem with that. We had 2 human kids, and that's what I called them. Our little fur babies. Dr. Moreau was their pediatrician, yes. Probably should have checked his license at some point. But the kids are grown now. They are taller than me. But when our first kid was born, a friend gifted me some infant gear, a diaper bag, but for men. All black, no frilly crap on the outside, no flowers, no cute teddy bears or ducks. Basically, no distasteful acknowledgement of baby. Taking care of your children, you pathetic worm. Babies are for cucks. Doesn't really make sense. Doesn't scan biologically, but this gift, though, was called, I swear to God, a tactical diaper bag. Tactical diaper bag. I guess with a regular diaper bag, you go into the family restroom at the mall with your emasculating little baby. You pull down the little koala table and change the thing. But a tactical diaper bag, man, that is for men. That's for war. Incoming, stay low. Okay, hold on. Okay, the diaper is nearly changed. Stay low, goddammit. Okay, hold on. Just got to attach this last fold and... Okay, you're good to go, Sergeant. You're getting it. Thank you, Corporal. It's getting hard storming this hill with my soggy dye. But I'm ready to go now. Thanks for changing me, I appreciate your tactical readiness. Thank you, sir. Glad you're dry and comfortable again. Very dry and comfortable, Corporal. It'll make me less cranky. Okay, soldiers, come on, you pussies. Charge! Oh, God, I feel so dry. You get it. Sergeant's diaper. All right, let's move on. Since receiving that tactical diaper bag, I have noticed language getting pretty warped in other areas, too. In a sporting goods store, I recently came across something called a complete hydration system. Was it some sort of still suit? Was it some kind of technologically sophisticated irrigation system for my crops? Because I, like you, have crops. My friends, I'm here to tell you it was a fucking water bottle. And nothing more. Nothing that transferred water directly into my molecules digitally. No, nothing like that. They didn't even have a fucking straw. And frankly, it did not seem tactical whatsoever, and I cannot respect that. But one of the few benefits that can come with getting older, I think, is choosing not to take all the dumb stuff like that in the world personally. Some mix of Zen monk and sheer ornery, I don't give a shit anymore feeling. Oh, I'm not old. I'm not old, per se, mind you. Don't get me wrong. I am middle-aged. I am middle-aged. I am right smack in the middle there of life. Right in the middle, because obviously I'm going to live to the normal age of 126 years old. I'm right in the middle, buddy. But yes, I am aging, and God, it was a really dumb choice, I admit it. Getting older, after all, is treated as a moral failing. Like, you're getting wrinkly lines on your face. Yeah, I know. Well, why would you do that? I don't know. I fucked up. This is sort of karma for me, though, who, like a lot of people in their younger days, had that exact attitude. Like, getting old? It's a pretty stupid thing to do, if you ask me. And this was for comedy. It was complete with, a lot of imitations of really old people, especially back in the MST3K days when we were young and arrogant. Whenever an old person would come on screen, it would be like, I want some pudding. Which I gotta say, not really fair. My dad died not too long ago at 93 years old. Not much going right in his body at all, but at that point, he never sounded like, like Grandpa Simpson on a ventilator. My dad's voice was pretty hale and hearty, still able to annoy the living shit out of me about car maintenance to the very end. Sorry, Dad, love you. Or hopefully not. Sorry, Dad, love you. Hope you're doing okay down there. He's in Davy Jones' locker, I guess. Still, aging is not easy, and most of us wouldn't choose this exact process. Whoever designed it was kind of mean, don't you think? Just when you're possibly getting over the uncertainty of being a young person, feel like you're able to navigate the world just a little better. It's like, okay, I'm feeling good now. I think I know who I am. I think I have some direction. Oh, fuck my knee. Okay, no problem. I'm smart. I can just work around that. Maybe go to the gym and, oh shit, my other knee. It's really bad. Okay, no. All right, I'll buy new shoes. I'll go see a chiropractor. I don't know. All right, here we go. Back to life on my own terms. Oh, fuck, my hip! I don't even use that very much. I use my hips, don't worry. They're notorious liars, too, my hips, but... Aging is a big blow to a person's vanity, of course. I see pictures of myself from decades ago, really slim, full head of brown hair, and I gotta admit, it's tough now accepting that I am now the fat ghost of that young man. Oh, thank you. No, you're not. That's why I come up here for validation. Oh man, but I can sense the reverse mortgage ad stalking me. ready to jump out from every bush. But my friends, my boat friends, I'm here to tell you that it's possible to learn to love and accept ourselves even as we age. I really mean this. To stop directing that scorn and hate towards yourself, to take the toxic energy you're feeling about aging or whatever else is an issue for you, and breathe it in, and then slowly exhale it out. And release it, release that hate, and direct it towards someone else. Where it belongs, other people. They're the fucking worst, aren't they? And then eventually to try to let go of that too. I know, I'm not good at it. I know hating people is fun. I love it. I love it. I give it up with great reluctance, and I will not give it up to certain people in power. They get all my hate. They get dump trucks full of my hate until they die or change 100%. But for the most part, I give up my sort of knee-jerk hate with great reluctance, and what helps is taking a wonderful cruise with good, creative, fun, and kind people like yourselves. Thank you for your time. I love you. It's been fun. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Bill Corbett.